Bitcoin is exploding exactly as I predicted it to you guys yesterday, and now might be the last chance, the really last chance to position yourself for the next upcoming altcoin run, and the altcoins are already getting into position to explode. And I'm gonna show you a lot of altcoins today where I am personally taking trades and gonna show you level by level where we're gonna take profit and where we're gonna buy them. And if you think that's interesting, then definitely stick around here. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell to be always notified when I put out one of these important videos, especially when we are pumping like this. And now let's get directly into today's content. So as you can see here on the crypto bubbles, in the last hour, a lot of coins turned green. I had a look at it like 20 minutes ago. Most of it was red, and look at it now. And that is because Bitcoin went close to $31,000, and I still believe that we're gonna reach that price target of $31,200 by today, potentially because of the Bitcoin ETF that is getting approved today for the launch, and is actually launching today. So let's have a quick look here on the CME futures, on the CME gap. So the gap is almost closed, not quite yet, but almost. So we were right that that will act as a magnet and will be rather sooner than later be filled. So we are close to filling it. And then when we go into Bitcoin, here we have now an indecision candle, but I still believe that is not staying as an indecision candle. That will actually break higher. So here you see went almost to the dollar, $31,000. Insane. So yeah, there's some resistance prior from here on the 4-hourly chart. Like I said, from what I'm seeing, it looks like that we continue to go higher here, especially after we broke this downward sloping resistance line. Out of that potentially a falling wedge pattern or downwards trending flag pattern that we are seeing here. Then when we are going to the daily chart, also here key resistance right now 30,828. That's why we are struggling right now, because it's a Fibonacci level. And you can see here we have in the last 6 days tried to break above that. And this is the last attempt, in my opinion, that we're going to see. If it's not happening now, it's not happening at all. So it has to break today above that. And I think it is time that we're going above that. And then you see the next target here is 32,200, 33,400 approximately, where we can jump really easy to buy today and touch it. And from there, I believe we're going to see a rejection. If not, it will be a bull trap if we go higher, and then we're going to see a correction to the downside on the daily chart. Here on the 30 minutes chart, interesting. I did not see that beforehand. So we literally touched that box here, that resistance box here that we are having from 31,000 all the way up to 32K. So we came all the way up and touched it, but we have still a buy signal on the stochastic RSI. So, and that tells me that there might be still some juice in Bitcoin to go here higher. Let's also have a quick look on the MACD. Yeah, also on the MACD is bullish. So there's definitely a retest in it, in my opinion, with a potential break into higher levels. So and remember guys, if you want to trade that and you are not in it yet from where I told you to get in, then wait for a break into that box and you can scalp it to 32K, but not more. I would not risk to long this any higher because, like I said, it could be a huge trap. Then it turns around and liquidates you. So be really, really careful when it comes to that. Also here on the 3-day chart, here 32K still the next higher resistance. We broke now into that range here, which makes it pretty likely that we go all the way up to 32K to test that level. Yeah, and then we have to see if we break higher, because we still have the technical target of here $32,000, but I don't believe that we go here in one go now just because an ETF got launches today. I don't believe that based on that we jump $10,000 and $12,000 by today to the upside. I don't believe that is going to happen. The Bitcoin dominance is, of course, here on a tier again with Bitcoin going higher. So there is still the possibility that we touch 52%. If we do it, it's fine. For me, it doesn't matter that much if the dominance goes higher, because the higher it goes, the lower it will come back, and the bigger the altcoin season will be for us. So let it go up. I don't really care. Of course, the altcoins get a little bit throttled by a rising dominance, but when I look across the board, there's still a lot of altcoins running right now. And don't forget, guys, if you want to trade altcoins with me together, do it on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 absolutely for free for using that specific link here. Only with that link, you can take advantage of that. And also on ASCENDEX, you get $2,000 absolutely for free, and you earn Bitcoin while you're trading on that platform, but only for new registered users. So also definitely check out that link here. And grab in total 32K in bonuses. It's so easy, guys. It takes 15 seconds per platform to sign up there and to claim your bonus. So especially in a run like that, I would definitely take advantage of that, because it's literally free money. And now let's get into the altcoins. So first of all, let's talk about Link. Link is still continuously going here to the upside. We are close to hit our 20% target. Our initial target was here 8%. We have smashed that already. So now we are on the way to our 20% target to take profit there. And I still believe that we will go in that altcoin run once Bitcoin has topped out, that we go to potentially all the way up here to $10.61. I have somewhere, I have a spot trade on Link open. I just wanted to say I have a Link trade somewhere open. Yeah, so I have a Link trade open right now on spot to $10.61. I don't need really leverage for that trade, and it's for my long-term portfolio. So there I trade Link all the way on spot to that price target. When we are looking here on Ethereum, we broke the downward sloping resistance line that we were facing, but now there is another one, and it's basically this one here that we need to break right now. So it's a little bit personal choice if you want to do it like this to have more touches, or if you do it like this. I like to do it like this, and I'm gonna explain you why. Because I have here the higher high from where I draw the line, and then the next one down here is the only one touching it when I draw it like this, and I don't want that last wick to be above that line, because I think it's not accurate if I just connect it like this. I want to make sure that if that line breaks, it breaks for good, and that's why I connected like this. So technically here's maybe also somewhat of a falling wedge pattern. If you want to, if I do something like this, see, I get something like a falling wedge. It's not a really beautiful one in my opinion. That's why I did not draw that. I rather just have the downwards sloping resistance line that needs to be broken. And if you're not in a Ethereum trade yet, that would be your entry. So that is of course a moving target. A potential entry, if you want to be really, really sure, your entry will be $1,930, not below. If you're a little bit risk adverse, you can enter once we are breaking above that line around 1,900, 1,890-ish, that kind of level, but only once we break the downward sloping resistance line. Here on the daily, you're going to see better why that other line was so important. And here on the Fibonacci extension levels, you see then also the next targets here, 1,981 all the way up to 2,147, roughly 48, and then 2,331. So, but 2,148 is more or less my first bigger target, because here is the last local high, and that is the most likely level that we're going to retest, especially while we are holding the golden ratio. So we have held it now for quite a while. I don't think it's going to break. It will give us continuously support, and from there we're going to see the next move to the upside. And I just see here something. We are potentially forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern here, which would even more solidify a further break to the upside. So just let me see the neckline for that. Neckline for that would be something like this, and then the technical target. Guys, remember, you have seen that first here. I'm sure nobody else saw that yet. here. There you see 2,257, depending on where I put that line. If we break here already, it's 2,250. Yeah, it's like $10 difference, depending on where I move it. But that is kind of the target for that inverse head and shoulders pattern. If it completes an inverse head and shoulders pattern, I will leave it like this, and we come back in a couple of days and have a look at it. So then INJ is on a really crazy run right now. Remember when I talked about it the first time, we were actually kind of here. And since then, it went already up almost 20%. That in a matter of 6 days. And I was trading it in and out, and made some good money on that one. So here we have a symmetrical triangle that also just broke. And if I measure that for the technical target, it looks like it completed it already or is close to it. Yeah, it's really close to it, $7.90. So technical target of that, but I have higher targets when we go here to the daily chart. You see here, the targets have not changed. We have finally broken the downward sloping trend line with today's candle. So we are finally above that. The only problem that I see is stochastic RSI is getting overbought. So there might be tomorrow some sideways movement or even a correction a little bit to the downside, because this indicator has to cool down. And then I would say close to the weekend, we're going to see then some potential continuation to the upside. Unless it spikes today like crazy because of Bitcoin also going crazy to like, let's say $8.35, that it settles then, could do something like this, almost $9, and then come back and then settle here above $8 approximately for the next couple of days, and then potentially goes higher. But this will only happen if Bitcoin goes like to 32K, 33K by today. Otherwise, I don't see it happening, that we see that kind of movement in that coin. Let me talk about potential new entries if you are not yet in it. So the next entry that I would be taken would be above $8.12. There would be my next entry, but only with a 4-hourly close above that. That becomes the next entry if you are not in it already. Wait for the entry, or if it corrects further to the downside, then around $7.37, 34, that will become your entry. Then when we are going to Oppo here, also really nice chart here on the 4-hourly. There we are also forming a falling wedge. Once that falling wedge is breaking out, the first target will be $1.50, then $1.77, $1.76. That is my target here for OP Optimism. That's what the name is. Optimism. Sorry guys, forgot Optimism. So Optimism, that will break here in the next coming days. Give it another 2-3 days and we'll break to the upside. And then when we are looking here from our entry zone here, that is the reddish box here from $1.26 to $1.34 on spot. Let's say you enter on the top of it. So there you go. That is an easy 30%. Only 3x leverage, you make 100% on that trade. You don't need anything more than 5x to make here really good money on that specific trade here. And guys, just that you see that I put really my money where my mouth is. Look here. Here's an INJ trade. I'm almost up 10% here on 10x leverage. It's a $100,000 position. So I'm $2,500 up on that. So, and I told you I'm trading all the coins that I'm also talking about, guys. Then let's move on to RUNE. RUNE here still broadening falling wedge, but about to break here to the upside. So it will leave our buy zone where we are still in from 96 cents to like $1.01 approximately. Then the first resistance is at $1.20 all the way up to $1.30. And then my final target is $1.70 also here. So now, if we take it from where the price is now, that is a total run of 67%. Just to the top of that resistance area, it's almost 28%. So have definitely an eye on that. If you're not positioned yet, that is your last chance, guys. I said it at the beginning, that's your last chance to get into these altcoins before they go on an insane run to the upside. Once Bitcoin is cooling down a little bit and also the dominance is cooling down, you're going to see that they're gonna run like crazy. So get into these coins right now while you still can. Then RNDR, also here buy zone. We just left the buy zone and it would be not too late to buy it yet. If you want to be really sure where to buy it, then you wait also for the break of this downward sloping resistance line here. The break could be here at $2.27. It could be also here at $2.16. So it could be that you just miss out on like 5 to 10% if you want to be sure. And then you trade this all the way up here into the sell zone, potentially 33% from where the price is right now. And on the lower end, it would be 30%. And to a potential breakout, it's roughly 9% from where we are right now. So I believe that once we are breaking here this level, we're going to see a break this level here. That is the level to watch, $2.17. Once we are breaking that level, it will run to the upside. So another sign for that it's about to run is here, that consolidation here. That looks like that it wants to spring here to the upside. So also here, last chance to get into that before it goes on a massive run to the upside. Then here GMT, same situation. We have a really interesting chart here for GMT. Downward sloping resistance line that is really close to be broken and getting back into our buy zone for that. Here the blue line, that is our stop loss at 22 cents and 6 approximately. Yeah, if we would break that now to the downside, we're not in that trade yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Only when it gets back into the buy zone, that's where we're going to buy, unless it would move here past that low point. I will not reassess that chart for another buy zone potentially lower. Only if we break that low, then I have a look where we move potentially the buy zone to, but otherwise the buy zone stands, because I believe that we see here also really soon a move to the upside after some consolidation along that downward sloping resistance line. And you also see here take profit 1, 2, 3, and 4 from our buy zone. Let's say you catch it on the bottom, that is 70% almost, and then on the lower targets we are talking about at least close to 17%. So here you go, guys. You have here a lot of altcoins that we can trade right now. If you position yourself in the immediate short term, but only then you will be able to catch that. Otherwise, you're gonna miss the train and you have to wait until I give you some other coins. So, but for now, these are the coins that I'm looking at. They are prone to run. Get into them while you can. And of course, it's not financial advice. I just tell you what I'm doing. Yeah, so these are the coins that I'm buying, and I of course show you my trades in real time in my free Telegram chat once I'm taking them. So also have a look there. The link is in the pinned comment below and in the description below. And don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you then again tomorrow.